now as the mystery surrounding the missing scientists is growing. Questions are mounting about the alleged existence of UFOs, or UAPs as they're better known, as the Trump administration following through on their promise to release more files and film. Here with more. He's been at the tip of the spear demanding release. Congressman Tim Burchett is with us. And the Age of Disclosure director, filmmaker, Dan Farah. I urge everybody to please watch that video. You got to I'll tell you what, it's very convincing to me. Congressman, start with you. You have been asking, fighting, demanding the release of these files. The more I see, the more intrigued I am, and the more I believe it's all real.
Well, you should be, Sean. I've been in Congress for 8 years. I've been asking for it. You know, people have been asking for it since the Truman regime, and continued on through. And Trump's been the first president, honestly, that's taken it serious and kept his word. He kept his word to me. He said he was going to bring it up and get it out. We all should have transparency. It's not about little green men or flying saucers, dadgummit. It's about what are we spending tens of millions of dollars on, and why do they keep telling us they don't exist when we have experts in the field. Dan's movie has people, look, they gain nothing from this. All they risk is their reputations. These are well-renowned scientists and people in the field that have seen things, that have researched this, and Washington just basically turns a blind eye to it.
You know, Dan, let me go to you, and I urge everyone to watch the film that you did, Age of Disclosure. It's very well done, very credible people. You see now more and more of these disclosures every single day, more and more information, more and more videos being released. What are you seeing when you look at all of this?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, look, the interview subjects in my documentary revealed there's been an 80-year cover-up of the existence of non-human intelligent life and technology of non-human origin. And what's happening right now behind the scenes is the White House is facing that reality and trying to undo the cover-up. The president issued this presidential directive in February instructing federal agencies to declassify evidence of non-human intelligent life and UAP, and very few of them have acted in line with that directive. They're putting their heads in the sand. They're avoiding disclosure. They're fighting disclosure. The only federal agency that's really engaging seriously is the FBI. They're taking it very seriously behind the scenes. It's a huge priority for the Bureau. And I think as that happens and moves forward, as it becomes more and more of a priority for them, we're going to start to see a lot of information revealed and shaken out of this cover-up. From this point on, it's really got to be about facts and science and actual law enforcement investigation at the highest levels.
And the people in your documentary are very credible. Congressman, last question for you. Do you believe that there is more compelling evidence that will be disclosed, and will it even be more compelling than what we are seeing now?
A lot more. There's so much more. I've seen it. The FBI has footage. I've seen it, as well as Representative Luna and some others. Yeah, I think it's still a cover-up. The trouble with this is, and the White House tells me, that they're really getting pushback from a lot of these agencies, the FBI and some of the other groups. And if you get deep state is what you're getting. And a lot of the things they're putting out now are easily disprovable as not being a UFO. What we need to do is get to more of the stuff that they've shown us as members of Congress in private.
All right, Congressman, thank you. Dan, thank you. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.